What are the top three things that you would like women to know about boundaries?
So I think that boundaries have a bad rap. I think that boundaries are perceived as these hard, prickly things that keep people out. And in my world, boundaries are not hard, not prickly at all. They're a space where we get to be safe. And the most important thing that people need to understand about boundaries is that you are totally worth it. And the whole world has told us over and over again who we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be, that we're supposed to say yes to everything, and we're supposed to serve and show up and just be grateful for it. And when we live without boundaries, we're living without agency to say, this is who I am and this is what I like. So when we think about people asking you questions, whether it's about the PTO or taking a trip or a work project, one of the really important tips is to just pause and say, do I want to do that? Is that my job? Is it in my wheelhouse? Am I prepared for this? Do I have the resources for it? And then I always love to ask the question of what would happen if I said no? And typically the world doesn't end, right? But we have to build enough sense of self and enough awareness of our values and enough awareness of that self-worth that we get to say, I want to do this, but right now it doesn't work. Can it wait a day? Or I really want to spend this time with you, but it means I have to XYZ. How do you think we should figure that out? And the important thing to remember here with the boundaries, again, it's not hard prickly. It's about saying, how do we together manage the situation that we are in, right? And the final little tip is typically it's not the easiest process. I would love to tell you that like setting boundaries, the whole world just like stands up and claps for you. But the reality is it's not easy because people typically, when you change your boundaries, the ones who get most upset are the ones who are often taking something from you that not that they don't deserve, but they aren't entitled to, that isn't their right, or that you're not being compensated for emotionally, financially, or otherwise. The benefit to building the boundaries is you get to live your authentic life. And we get to do that in our most intimate relationships. We get to do that at work, and most importantly, with ourselves. So boundaries create a space of kindness and patience and generosity in a way that serves you. And that's what I want to talk about today.